Hi, I've got a question regarding exercise 4.12, which is about the high willingness to buy customers and low willingness to buy customers. And I want to change the example a little bit. Like there they say that they are 50-50%, right? 50% high willingness to pay, 50% low willingness to pay. I want to change it a little bit. But with high willingness to pay, I'll post an image also with the calculation. But with high willingness to pay, I'm thinking about in terms of gross margin, right? So if we say that there are 100 people in the room, 50 people are high willingness to pay, 50 people are low willingness to pay, right? So if 50 people are high willingness to pay with the existing data in 4.12, the total gross margin comes out to be 1.4 million pounds if we only sell the car to the high willingness to pay customer, and we keep the price at 48,000 pounds with the GPS. Okay, so then the cost would be 20,000 pounds, gross margin would be 28,000 pounds. And if you multiply 28,000 with 50 customers, you get 1.4 million pounds, right? So for 50 customers, you ignore the low willingness to pay customers, only high willingness to pay customers, car with the GPS, gross margin is 28,000 pounds, multiply 28,000 pounds with 50, you get 1.4 million pounds. Okay, now you shift the case to the price that we have calculated in the exercise, which is 38,000 pounds. And then you say, okay, now the other 50% also come in. So you multiply 50% with 18,000 pounds, which is the gross margin from high willingness to pay customers. And then the other 50 multiply it with 13,000 pounds, which is the gross margin from low willingness to pay customers. And there the total profit comes out to be 1.55 million pounds. So it makes sense that because by incorporating both low and high 50-50 customers together, our overall gross margin increases to 1.55 million pounds, as opposed to if we were only covering the high willingness to pay customers, and that was, in that case, we were making only 1.4. So this makes sense. But now, if I change the example a little bit and I say, the market is not 50-50. The market is 75-25. 75%, it's a rich market. People have more willingness to pay. 75% can pay. 25% are low willingness to pay. Okay, so 75% are high willingness to pay. In that case, if I calculate and if I set the price, not 38,000 pounds, if I set the price 48,000 pounds with GPS, and I say 75% are high willingness to pay. Come guys, you can buy this at 48,000 pounds. The gross margin that these 75 customers would bring would come out to be 2.1 million pounds. That is 28,000 pounds of gross margin multiplied by 75 customers. So that's 2.1 million pounds. And I'm totally ignoring the 25% customers. As opposed to if I do the calculation by incorporating them also at the price that we have calculated, which is 38,000 pounds, then 75% would still generate some gross margin, and then 25% would generate some gross margin. So the total in that case would be 1.675 million. So 1.6 million roughly. So if the market, so the bottom line is, if the market is 75% high willingness to pay and 25% low willingness to pay, the gross margin by setting the price 48,000 pounds is 2.1 million. So in that case, my question is, in that case, would it make economic sense to ignore the 25% low willingness to pay customers, focus only on high willingness to pay customers, set the price at 48,000 pounds, get the gross margin of 28,000 pounds per high willingness to pay customer, and make a 2.1 million pounds of gross profit by having 75 customers, just 75 as a number. So that's my question. So this would change our calculation, right? Okay, so I'm going to post the image also so that you can have understanding, and so please help me clear this, clear the air in my mind. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Thank you.